take a quick moment to talk about some methods that I use to kind of supplement like my Notion and kind of how I guess like my workflow is what I want to share. And so on the note of like so here like I have this lecture, right? So I'm going to open this page up and you see like I have pre-work, right, objectives, and then my lecture notes. So I kind of want to go a little bit deeper into this. So one thing is for pre-work on Wednesday, we do have this IVF article that we're supposed to read, right? And so my workflow with this is I will actually go ahead and download this. So I'll get it downloaded and then I'll just go show in Finder and I will send this to my iPad. So I'll right click and I'll share and we're gonna go to AirDrop and I'll send it to my iPad right here and open it in Goodnotes real quick. Okay. All right, so now it's in Goodnotes and I'll import it as a new document because this is where I usually use it. And then I will start making annotations in it. So let me just like move this. So you guys should be able to see basically I'm in Goodnotes and I could start writing here and highlighting whatever I deem important or whatnot. The idea is that's kind of like where I'm reading it, right? And now I want to put that into Notion. And the way that I'm going to do that is there is this share button up here. And I am going to click on export all. And here, so usually you'll be on PDF. Just navigate to the link button. And you're going to click on share link to collaborate. That should take a few seconds to kind of load. And so it's loaded. There you go. And then here, there's this feature called Open Document on the Web, and it's an experimental feature, but it works very well. So I'm gonna toggle that on. And here it's gonna say that there are some limitations, which is fine. Those limitations will not affect us. So I'm gonna hit OK. You can hit OK, don't show again, by the way. All right, so now I'm gonna send link. So I'm gonna hit send it, and I am going to so what I like to do is like basically you can either copy it, you can airdrop it or whatnot. So I am going to go ahead and I'll like hit messages and then I'll just send it to myself. Shoot. So I'll send it to myself. Okay. Now on my laptop, I should get it in just a moment. And so I'll right click on it and I will copy and close this out. So here, like I can't really click anywhere. It's because there's no like what they call block. Basically like this is a block, like where you can actually like write or like do something in that area. But basically I'll go to like the bottom of my page and I'll just click anywhere. And then once I have that, I just drag this up and now I have more space. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paste that link that I copied from Goodnotes. So I'll go Command V and I'll hit create embed, not bookmark, you wanna embed it. And when you embed it, what you'll get is the article. So, and this is a web-based version, which literally means if I hit original, like on my iPad, I can actually make like more edits and it's gonna reflect here. So I'm actually gonna go back on my iPad. I'm gonna click on Notion real quick. And let's see, I'm in Chapa. I'll go click on this page real quick. And so you can see on my iPad, I have all my notes, right? So it's kind of, it's neat in that I can read it from here. But like what's even cooler, especially with lecture notes, because I actually go back and I'll like highlight and I'll write more notes, or like if I read something and I want to add something to it, I'm able to do that. But if you click on these three dots in the top right corner on your iPad, there is a view original feature. Okay, we're gonna click on that and that is gonna take me to the exact same file that I had like originally wrote in. And so I can like add something new. So let's say add new, and so I've added that. And when I am done, or go back, so you can see on my laptop it's already updated, and then I don't know if this iPad probably needs like a minute or so, or you get the gist, but it should update. Looks like it's updating right now. Yeah, so it updates it. So that for me, like that's actually one reason I love Goodnotes. And so now I have my little handy dandy notes in here. Another cool thing is like, let's say I'm like, oh, I hate like how large this is. I can kind of shrink it up. Or I think if I go right here and I make this a toggle and just say Goodnote file, and I drag it in here, now I can make it a little bit larger. And yeah, so now I can kind of toggle it like on and off. So I'm not sure if Notability and other apps have this feature, but it's really nifty because I can actually like go back and make edits as opposed to like a PDF where it's like if you make edits now you like have to re-upload it or something like that. So pretty cool. And yeah, that is I guess how you would add stuff. And then one last thing I wanted to talk about is like let's say this was actually like a chapter reading. Or here, I'll see. Let me do this. So let's say I'll go back to, let me just show you, I guess. So here's like my chapter 3 reading. I hit open as page, open it up, and then you can see there's some properties. So I'll go 7 more properties. And so here I can see like my textbook. So you can actually choose like which textbook you can select which textbook you used. And the reason I actually added that feature was because if you go back to Chappa, there's a textbook notes section. So here I can go to textbooks and, eventually we'll have like a lot of textbooks notes maybe like if we continue to read. And so you can kind of filter it by like, oh, I only want to see like medical terminology notes and it'll only pop up that, or like if you want like 2 of them or if you just want 1 of them, So again, that's kind of talking about like the filtration that you kind of use with Notion. But yeah, if you like forget to add it, you're still like able to add it like here, let me show you an example. Okay, so I'm going to add a new one and I'm gonna say textbook and I'll say, 2, I'll click 1 and I'll say textbook notes. And we can put a block and sure, I did it on Notion. Okay, cool. I'll go back here and so now I have 2 of them, right? It's called textbook. And so here now it has that, like I could see it's empty and so it's kind of like prompting me to fill it out. So I can say, oh yeah, this was rapid interpretation of EKGs. And now I can kind of like use this filter. But again, we don't have much information, so it doesn't seem like super powerful, but I imagine in the future it might help. So we shall see. But yeah, that's pretty much it on that. So really, I guess what I kind of wanted to show you guys was how like you can take a PDF, export it to your iPad or tablet, whether that's in Notion or Goodnotes, and then just kind of re-upload it back in here. But specifically for Goodnotes, again, you can use that web version, which is really, really handy. And it's also like I can share this link to like some of you guys, like you can share it to your classmates and we can all like start like annotating and marking up or like adding notes. So we can kind of like basically collaborate on the same document together, which is pretty cool too. So, well, that's it for this one. Thank you.